Good evening, good evening. I want to come to you all today to talk to you all about journeying your herbal journey. Like I said before, you need to educate yourself. Don't depend on anybody else, but educate yourself. Talk to somebody that's knowledgeable in herbal tea and the herbal herbs that you want to use. I know back in the day, my grandmother didn't use a lot of herbs and spices. And some of the herbs we grew, some of we would get from the side of the road, but nowadays you can't get from the side of the road over to and stuff like that because they spray and then they have a lot of chemicals in there. What we used to do is we used to go to the woods and we had what they call a bullock tree and a sassafras tree. And my grandma would get the roots and she would get the leaves from the tree and she'd come back and she'd make us a herb or tea to help us with our nasal congestion, stuff that was ailing us. And if we had an upset stomach or we said our stomach was hurting, and she said, can you use the bathroom? And we say no. So she used to go to the side of the road and get what they call a poke salad. Now she wouldn't get the grown leaves, some poke salad leaves grow real, real big. She would never get those leaves. She would always get the small leaves because in all account, back in the day they said poke salad was very poison and very potent. So what she used to do, she used to get the poke salad. Once she get the poke salad, she used to boil the poke salad. She would boil it about three or four times, and she would pour that water out, clean the pot out, and then boil it again. Now the way she cooked hers, she had greens, or she would cook it and put an egg, fried egg, and put it in an egg, and that's the way we used to eat it. Um, there was a natural herb or spice that she got from the side of the road. Then she used to get what they call pepper grass. Pepper grass used to grow sidewalk out there right there in our front yard. And those she used to use those if she was cooking something like a soup or a stew or something like that. She used to use pepper grass in that. I know most people don't know what pepper grass is, but it grow right there in your yard. You can look it up and see what the pepper grass is. And she used to use those. She used to also use what they call wild onion and wild garlic. Now, wild garlic is very native. You can smell wild garlic, especially in the spring. You can smell the buds and you can smell all that kind of smell. And you can smell the onion smell too. But you need to know the difference between these plants because a lot of plants mimic the other plants. And you might pick a plant that might not be wild garlic or might not be wild onion. And then you need to know the difference between them so you can differentiate the difference between it. Because some plants that mimic wild onion, wild garlic may be very deadly, may be very poison. That's why I tell everybody, know your herbs and know your herbal that you're going to use. Don't just listen to somebody. Make sure whomever you're talking to that they know what they're talking about. Just don't do it. I do have a couple of pictures. I think I have a couple of pictures of wild garlic and wild. I don't know if I have wild, but I do have pepper grass. And a couple of pictures. I'm gonna raise them up and I'm gonna show them to you all, so you all know the difference. So you all can look and see. This is what I do. I do this right here. This hope you all can see it. Okay, I'm gonna try to bring it. This is pepper grass. This is pepper grass. This is what pepper grass look like. You need to know the difference of pepper grass. It's pepper grass. So you can see what it looks like also. And so you'll know the difference when you know what you're looking at. This is poke salad. You might not can get a good picture of it, but this is poke salad. That's what poke salad looks like. That's poke salad. You don't get that leaf right there? That leaf right there? That's a too old leaf. You need to pick the young leaves, young leaves down at the bottom. Those are the leaves that you need to pick. Those leaves right there. And this is wild garlic. Oh, God, I hope you all can see my picture. This wild garlic. That's what wild garlic looks like. And I think I had one more. I don't have the offline. Hold on, I'm looking for it now. I had threw off a whole lot of pictures and stuff like that. Let me see, can we get this tournament? This is what the board like. Let me get I had took some pictures, but I scanned my pictures off so you can see. That is the burdock. That is what we used to go after interviews, and this what we get is a burdock tree. But you can't hardly find it now because so many things been taken down and been sprayed upon and stuff like that. But I just want to come on and show you educate yourself before you start this herbal journey. Make sure whomever you're talking to, make sure that they know what they're talking about. You know, there's a lot of benefits in using everything that you get. There's a lot of benefits, but you also need to know there are side effects as well. So that's why I tell everybody to please educate yourself. Educate yourself on the do's and don'ts. Know how much to use and know that you can overuse anything. You know, sometimes we get on the here journey, we get, everybody want to get this quick fix and lose weight, real fast. But do you know using weight real fast might hurt you, might not. Everybody's body is different. Everybody can't take the same medication because your body is different, your chemistry is different in your body. So to my knowledge of everything, please educate yourself. Talk to someone that's knowledgeable and that will help you. Now, if you can go to my YouTube channel, Annie Stewart, that is my name. If you want more information, you can drop me a link or send me an email, and I'll email you back with anything I have. If you need some flyers or educational material, please don't fail to just get in contact with me, and I'll do my best that I can. Now, we do offer classes. I do have classes. I will have a class coming up in late September, early October to educate some people about the do's and the don'ts of herbal teas and starting your herbal journey and using oil and using essential oil and non-essential oil. Like I tell everybody, you want to use oregano oil, but there's two kinds of oregano oil. You have essential oregano oil, and then you have oregano oil with drops. Can you use essential oregano oil? Not internally, you cannot. And if you're going to get oregano oil, it do have to be diluted. You all have to dilute your oil. You all need to know the do's and the don'ts. Again, my name is Annie. I'm with Annie All Natural Oil and Herbal Teas. We do have booklets. I do make booklets whenever I find that somebody asks me, I'm going to research it because I want to tell somebody the truth. I, whether you buy from me or whether you buy from somebody else, I still want you to be educated. And that's my main thing to educate you on the do's and the don'ts. This is our book that we have. The first thing I put in there is my first, a safety note to let you know that you need to talk to a physician or you need to talk to somebody that know a lot about herbal teas and herbal tea products. That is to help you along your journey because why sell a product that someone may be hurt or they may misuse that product? Know how to use that product even before you use that product. I would like to thank you all for taking the time to listen to me. As always, please subscribe to my channel. It will greatly benefit me. And I'll be back on here probably one day this week to give you another tutorial and another lesson on herbal tea and herbal tea products and all that you can use. I hope that you all have a great day. Bye.